Hello guys and girls, Imani here. Welcome back to another video again. I did some terrible financial decisions, so today I'm gonna make a reaction video to Chase Banks because today's sponsor, which I don't even have a sponsor because I got rejected so many times in society, is Chase Banks. So just get Malina West today, but also support Chase Banks because I think they're doing valuable in society. Now, in my life, I did some very terrible decisions. I lost so many Jessicas from Chase Banks. Like, don't do this like me. So I'm gonna get my. I'm just gonna react while I'm playing this video. Hopefully, I don't get copyright claim because I don't know if there's copyright music in here. If there's copyright music, I'm gonna upload it on my private channel, like my private on the website, or I'm gonna put it on a podcast, whatever. I don't think there's copyright music. Hopefully, there's no copyright music on here. Let me get my takes on it. Personally, yeah, to be honest with me and back in my life, like I did some very dumb decisions. I was wrong, you know. I did some dumb decisions. Yeah, I'm listening. Yep. Don't. You have no idea. I had it worse, man. I managed to get scammed so bad that ruined my reputation with corporation and banks, which was the stupidest idea. Don't be like me. Okay, don't be like me. It was a stupid decision. Very stupid decision. Like don't do like what I did. Be careful of scams and be careful of like people trying to like pretend it's you and trick you. Don't terrible. I did some terrible decisions, man. And at this point, I hope I get help from like society because I wanna get help from like maybe like financial advisors because I did some terrible decisions. I'm still doing terrible decisions. I'm trying to get back on track, but even then, I still I'm a life path number 8, and it makes sense. I did some terrible decisions, very terrible decisions. Maybe because I have to learn from experience and not do that, and then I'll get better. But even I don't know how to fix this, you know. Um, it's sad, man. So yeah, it's Chase Banks, you know, but I can't escape the Matrix, man. The Matrix is so weird, you know. So I used to hate credit, but you kind of need credit. I found out. So it's like what you know, it is what it is. But it's now it's gonna be way more harder for me to get credit because I can't even. I'm not getting into the story, but it's just difficult. It's basically I got blacklisted from society. That's why I hate society, you know. That's why I hate society. If society actually helped me and not traumatized me, then I actually will love it. But I'm not getting into the trauma right now. But it's just like don't do the terrible financial decisions I did. You know, just learn from me, or my future self or young self. Don't do what I did in 2012 because also too what people don't talk about too in the financial situation is like when you have bipolar too, it makes it triple times harder to manage your money too. Not because like you're doing it on purpose, because like you have bipolar. Bipolar literally it led to be having aggressive spending. So the only way to fix that is you have to control the bipolar, which is also a thing. Bipolar you do terrible. Like yeah, they do terrible to but if you have bipolar, you can do way worse this financial decision. Now you can, but I think the best way to avoid that is to taking medicine and also like just get better, just better budgeting. But it's just I don't know, man. I'm don't talk to me. I'm a terrible financial advisor. I'm just a programmer. I'm just a guy on the internet who programs things and software developments. You know, but that's crazy though. Like I did some terrible things, man. That I regret so bad. Like don't do what I did. You know, like don't do what I did. You know, I hope to God that I get everything I lost back because I don't know what the future of Matlina. I don't know. Yeah, at this road, if I keep doing these dumb financial decisions, you know, like the Wii U, or like you know what happened with the Wii U, where it was dumb financial decisions. If I keep doing this, I think I'm gonna be in debt, and I think it's gonna be disastrous. So I gotta fix this up. So proposed bills is to invest into cursive writing. Proposed bills to research development on financial security. Proposed bills to communicate with Jacksons to get the better financial advice. And another proposed bill is to invest into the language of programming, be conscious of programming. So we're going to invest, and also invest in mental health to get back on track from trauma from 2022. So that's the proposed bills. I'm gonna release a document on my law bill. I'm gonna release the bill tomorrow. So that's what I'm gonna do as Malina Island. Because Malina Island right now is almost in bankruptcy. And if we keep doing that just from Malina, we're not last long. So we need to fix the financial decisions. Or Malina would crash and would be disastrous. It would be like the next Atari or the next Sega. You know, we don't want that to happen. So, and not to mention that you have to take business loans, which is expensive. It's crazy. Like we have to take loans, which is expensive, and that's gonna be even harder to get loans. So what's the point? So I don't know. It's the future of Malina, honestly. My best advice right now, I don't have advice. My best advice is don't do dumb financial decisions like me. Like, don't do what I just did. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Think about your future. Just think about your future children. If you have children, and maybe your wife. Like, it makes sense why I never got laid. It makes sense why I never got laid because I did some terrible decisions. I mean, it makes sense too. You know what's crazy? Two people saying, "Oh, Chase is actually racist," blah blah blah. But I realize they kind of. I mean, yes, the CEO is white. Let's be honest. But the thing with Chase, I discover now. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's racist. Maybe it's targeted but look at the video right here. It's it, race does not matter no more. Okay, race does not matter. I mean, I don't want to say that, but I don't get to the politics of it, but it kind of does matter still. But I'm not going to. This is some, but I think that the racial swaps and the racial thing is different now. It's weird. Maybe it's racist. I don't know. I'm not getting too political about that. But the majority of the story I'm going to talk about is it doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter if you're Asian. Everyone can have terrible financial decisions, because if you look carefully at our skin color, I'm not going to Jesus because the blood color is red. So everyone has the same thing. Um, yeah, that's crazy though. So how do I feel about this? How do I feel about this video? Um, I'm gonna give credit. I'm gonna give Jace credit. I don't see a lot of. I noticed that the only bank I think of that actually gives financial decision is Chase. Okay, the much I despise Chase because of my granted my dumb financial decisions, and despise because they control majority of the market, and not to mention that what else they do? Like basically has the controversies with scandals, but let's be honest, guys. I think Chase is the only bank I could think of in my top of my head, right? Because I don't see any other. Maybe Capital One, something like that. Maybe TD Bank, but I don't see any other bank that I could think of are given this tools of financial advice. Like, this is weird. And it's sad because I did some terrible decisions that honestly, I was probably better off going to the bank and get financial decisions. And I did some very terrible. I hope to God that everything I lost, I get back. Because I know God is watching. God is definitely watching all these corporations and these people who screwed me over $22,000. And it's disastrous. But I want to make a close video, but I had to make a video about this because I want to give my takes and my experience with that. I made an exclusive video on my website how I got scammed. I'm not gonna do that, but don't do terrible decisions like me. Don't be like me. Don't spend so much money. Spend money that you actually need that's valuable or something but it's just weird. And also build credit. Don't be like me who just says I hate credit cards. That was the worst decision. That led to me getting very expensive products that is too expensive. So yeah, I did some terrible decisions. Terrible. Like, so if I explain this in the video, I probably get blacklisted from the internet. Like, terrible decisions. Like, the worst decisions. I probably did the worst decisions ever made. Worst decisions. I got lucky. I'm not, to be honest, I did some terrible decisions. I don't know how I'm not even homeless. That's how terrible this decision was. If I had to rate my decisions, I'm surprised I'm not even in the streets fucking a girl to Bianca. Like, I'm sorry I cursed a little bit, but that's how terrible my decision was. Like, I did some terrible financial decisions. And I hope to God that I manifest, like, a person who got, like, a hot girlfriend from Chase Banks. Because I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna freaking lie. The bank of Chase, I don't know why, but from my experience, every time I went to the bank teller from Chase, they have some very attractive women. They have some very attractive tellers, bank tellers. Very attractive people there. Very attractive. I mean, I remember this girl named, I don't know her name, but let's say for the sake of the video, Jessica. I made jokes about how, like, I hate Jessica. I don't hate Jessica. I do love all people, but I remember when I first created my first account, my first bank account, and that was for Chase. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of in love. I know she probably has a husband, let's be honest, but she was very attractive. Like, very attractive. I don't know why, but, like, I'm gonna get to my love story real quick. This is gonna be out of context video because I have a long history with financial. See, with me back in the day, back in 2018, I was on point, okay? I did some decisions, but I didn't have to worry about bills and then. So when it comes to like phone, I had to pay my own phone bill, but it was prepaid. So I was on point, very on point with that. Um, and also I used to save a lot of money. I used to save. I think I had a lot of money. Like I saved a lot of money. I had to save money for a laptop, so I was very good at saving. Very good at that. But it wasn't until like 2022. I say 20, not 2021, but I say 2022, like the beginning of 2022, that my financial decisions has been terrible. I don't know what happened. I don't know what actually happened. I'm trying to investigate why my mind just says, "Oh, spend money, too much," and it was a disaster. And that led to me doing some terrible, terrible decision. Like it led to me basically be financially illiterate. That's how bad it is. And I know if I tell my teacher, Mr. Jackson, this, I think he would disown me. Yeah, I think people would hate me for it. But at this point, I realized I gotta fix this, and it was a disaster. So I hope to God, I'm gonna do a prayer real quick. I'm gonna do a little prayer just to get back on the line. But I got my lucky stones. But let me do a prayer real quick. Let's do a prayer to God for Malina to become successful. I will make a song. I will do everything I can to get Malina back on her feet, because Malina's like, it's Rosalina. It's a disaster. So let's pray to God real quick. Let's get to religion a little bit. Bless me, but God, please. I want to get I want everything I lost back, my account, everything. Come on, no one sells a business. Amen. All right, we got the prayers out. But also, like I was saying though, is that I did some terrible financial decisions that I regret. I regret it, man. It was terrible, really terrible. So this video probably gonna do terribly, to be honest. But I hope it does well, because I think I'm gonna switch my channel to like financial focus. Or actually not financial, but more like not financial focus, more like life advice. Because I did some terrible decisions that, if I look back, maybe because I was stressed too. Because you gotta understand, like back in 2022, like I was stressed out. So back in the day when I would cope with stress, I would buy things. No, I'm not stressed, so I could think logically. But during that, I was not think logically. I was stressed out, so I did some terrible financial decisions. There's some that was actually worth it. Like I bought like an LLC, so I could be able to fund my business. But after that, I just did terrible decisions. Terrible. I don't even know. I don't understand how Malin is even still alive. I don't even know how I'm not even homeless. I don't even know how I'm even in prison. Like, terrible decisions. Something that's worse than my mom, worse than anybody in the world. Like, people say, "Oh, I probably did the worst financial decision in the world." Terrible decisions. And I want my younger audience to say, or my older audience to say, don't do what I did. And it also led to me have a lower attention span in my life. So it led to me having lower attention spans, which was a disaster. So yeah, don't do what I did, man. It was terrible. So let's sum it up. But what else I gotta say? Is there anything I gotta say? Okay. Also, let's go back to the story about the love story. But I'm not gonna lie, like the lady from Chase Bank was very attractive. Very attractive. Like they do have very attractive people. Some of them are strict, but most of them are pretty attractive. The guys, okay, they're scary, but the women are pretty attractive there. I'm not like an evil guy, but the bank teller. I remember when I opened an account with Chase Bank. There was this bank teller, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bank teller. Very attractive too. Very smart, very bright, very wise. I think she was Hispanic or white. I think she was white or Hispanic. I don't know what it was, but I think she was Hispanic or white. I don't remember the race, but she looked kind of Hispanic or white. She had beautiful black high heels. She had glasses, like nerdy glasses. It was like very attractive. Maybe I'm being delusional. I can't tell reality, but she was very. I had a dream about that too the other day. I had a dream that I saw her in the dream, but also saw her in real life too, obviously. But she was very attractive, like very attractive. And the fact that the financial decisions, it hurts. It really does hurt. It really does hurt. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. I don't know what the future of Malina is at this point. I don't know. I don't know what's going. I don't. Like I said, this industry, this Malina industry, this my industry is so fucking unpredictable. Okay, it's so fucking unpredictable. How am I supposed to know that I was going to be in debt? Like I thought back in 2017 it was on point. But this is unpredictable, ladies and gentlemen. It's just unpredictable. This thing is unpredictable. Who knows? I may be the next billionaire. Who knows? I may be homeless in the street, eating crack, and basically, like, doing popcorn videos in the streets. Like it's a disaster. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's the future of Malina because I am very concerned about the future because I did some terrible decisions. Let's be I got credit my roommate. I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm not saying Joseph, but Joseph, my roommate, he does better. He has better credit than me, and he's older than me. So maybe age does come wiser, but don't be like me where I did some terrible decisions because I was oh god I don't know where I've been. I don't know where I'll do. So thank God so I give him credit. So but go back to the story with Jessica, but or the bank teller, but she was a very attractive person, like very attractive. You may wonder why are you talking about this? Why it all connects together, and the reason why is because honestly I could have like she was very attractive. Like I remember she called me on the phone. Maybe because I have bipolar, honestly, but she called me on the phone. It wasn't love. I know it wasn't love. It was acquaintance. It was literally acquaintance, but I knew she was acquaintance. But goddamn, she was very attractive. She called me on the phone. She was like, "Hey, is everything okay?" On the financial. The first time, it was beautiful. It was like love is. Goddamn, I'm trying to get this again. It was like love is as my finest. It was beautiful, very beautiful, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Like I remember, like she called me on the phone line, and she was like, "Hey, how you doing? Are you doing good?" And the voice was just gorgeous, man. And it was just gorgeous. And I feel bad. I'm sorry about the noise background, but I feel bad that I did some terrible decisions. And it led to be basically in a depressed state. It led to me being depressed. And there's nothing I can do. There's something I can do, but there's nothing I can do about it. And it's lost. It's like Voyager 1. Like we shut down all the engines. But but it frustrates the shit out of me that I just need to learn. I keep doing dumb mistakes. And I think to relax, take a break around with the internet and like social media and like being brain dead in the mark of the beast is that I have to like believe in God. I think it calls to God. Stop doing popcorn videos, all that stuff, and just focus on writing and being creative. And just enjoying what I love to do is create things. And also being financially secure, and building credit. But I know if I tell my teacher this, I will probably lose so many people. But I don't care at this point. Not because I don't care about. Let me rephrase it. I don't. I care about the financial, obviously, but I don't care about society hating on me because the reality is that God is watching. Okay, and the reality is that like I rather get closer to God and go to heaven while I'm being dead than take the mark of the beast and just basically not believe in God because I rather get close to God and the angels than anything because really God is more powerful than anything combined. You can have the most powerful bank like Chase Banks, but God will be always powerful than any other bank, and that's what I learned from lessons. So yeah, and the people that are evil, they go suffer the most. And I met some very evil people in my life who screwed me over with Chase and who screwed me over all these banks due to my poor decision and didn't know they were actually demons. They were literally the devil. They were literally demons. I'm telling you, demons are fucking real. Okay, I'm gonna get to we're gonna make a part 2 about that. Maybe I don't know about that, but I think the majority of the story is like don't do terrible friends like I did. Don't be like me. Okay, but man, but I don't know what her name is, but Jessica, if you're watching this, or whoever wanted to create my account, the beautiful girl, I'm so sorry, man. I feel so bad. And we're at the end times. I saw red at the end times. So at this point, I'm gonna get close to God. I'm gonna read the Bible and just get close to God because if I don't get close to God right away, and if I fail to make decisions, I don't want to go to hell, which is disastrous. So I gotta stop the popcorn videos. I gotta do everything I can, and my attention span has been very awful. So I hope people who's watching this, I'm gonna put this on my main channel because I think it's very important and my podcast. But I think financial literacy is very important. Very important. I didn't know how important it was back in the day. I thought it was okay. Maybe it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal. It could impact your life, and that's the reality. You can't do nothing about it. It's like it's set up by design, and I think the best way to fight against it is to play with it until you get to go to heaven. But if you can't survive it, then get close to God. I think that's the two options. I think so. I'm gonna get close to God, and and do everything I can. But man, let me make an apology letter to Jessica from Chase Banks. But man, I'm definitely deeply sorry. We lost billions of dollars into software development kits, and I just hope to God that I get everything lost back because it was depression. So I have to end this off. I'm gonna make a prayer with this magical fortune. I'm gonna put this up here. I don't know if you can read it. I'm gonna put this. Hoping you can read it. I'm gonna put this up there. I don't know if you can see it. It says financial. What is it called? It says financial hardship in your life is coming to an end. Let's hope. If you like this video, let's hopefully this comes true and we get 1,000,000 subscribers. I'm gonna go crazy. We're gonna get 1,000,000 subscribers. Let's try to get 1,000,000 subscribers on this channel because I'm gonna just be real because I'm tired of the fake stuff online because most people, there's not a lot of real YouTubers, you know. So let's get 1,000,000 subscribers. Buy my operating system and also support my apps. I'll leave the link all my products. Support it because I think financial, and we can use that money to help people like me who did terrible financial decisions. I'm going to do a philanthropist do that because I did some terrible decisions. So I want to spread the word that don't be like me. Where if I told my younger self like you be doing this, like, don't do this, I'd probably be sad. But who knows? I changed my mind. But I was wrong. I was wrong about my financial. I was wrong. I was actually wrong. And I shouldn't listen to my mom because my mom was actually right. And I did some terrible decisions. Terrible decisions. Like, it was also stressful too. And yeah, I hope to God that I could fix it, but I don't know how to fix it, man. This is my mess I created, and I have to fix it. So I'm gonna make apology letters once again. Jessica, or whoever it was who created my first account, Blanco, Jackson, Mr. Jackson, or Miss Fryer, I am deeply sorry that Malina has basically become bankrupt. And today we're going to reorganize the system and we're going to investigate what happened. Deeply sorry. To end it off, I'm going to sing a last song. Matalina is definitely in debt. We're going to invest back in the future. I'm tired of the bad things happen to me. We're going to reroute the route. I'm sorry what I did, Jessica. From Chase Banks. I really did some dumb decisions. Because I don't know what to do right now. Boom. Okay, that's it. That's a song. I know it was cringe. I think it's going to do for stream. I think we can support. This is Malina Radio Podcast. Majority of the stories don't do like me. And I got to go before I keep going. And I'm out.